Morning, Thursday morning, pull day. It's a light pull week, so these exercises are going to be very long and very boring. So it's just going to be concentrating on the form, keeping the rhythm going, and working into the fatigue zone and keeping that fatigue zone going for as long as you can. But it's going to be a long set. That's what the light week is for. Working on the form, working on just endurance during that fatigue zone. Really working on the endurance is what I really want to get. Let's go. Dark gray band, deadlifts. Today's music is brought to you by my favorite workout, Ronnie James Dio. Oh, 60 total. Whew. It's that lower middle back. Work on that fatigue zone. Really strengthen that lower core up doing these exercises. My lats, I can still do a lot more on pulls, but just that lower back area coming up. You want to strengthen obviously when you get to the heavier bands. That's gonna be your weak spot. So this is actually working on those spots. Whew. All right, bent rows, light gray band, long bar, supinated. Hands right at the hips, palms flat, pulling with the elbows, and just working it until you can't work it no more. Then I'm gonna go and try and do one negative pull up. Just get up to the top and just come down as slow as I can at the end, just to really burn it. Ooh, 50. Ooh. Oh. 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 50 supinated bent rows. One negative. Chin up. Oh, lightheaded. Whew. All right, drag curls. Wide bar, wide grip with the red band, which is the same as the X3 white band. And I'm gonna try an extra set with the purple band at the end. Was 35 with that red band, and then 20 more with that purple band. Huh. I'll see if we can pump a little bit more in. Hold the bar like you want it. Isometric on the bicep as hard as you can. I was taking that bar and I was like trying to bend it in while I was flexing the biceps as hard as I could. Oh, oh, oh. Hour 60. Oh, oh, 30 bonus. Oh, oh. Whew. Whew. All right, that concludes this morning's light band, long, boring sets Thursday workout. These are really, you really have to get into the zone and just really work that form and work fatiguing that muscle, because you're not going to feel it, especially when you're doing the higher bands like I can. Dropping down to those lower bands and really working on the form and working higher into that exhaustion zone. And that increases your endurance big time. With the deadlifts, I'm trying to work on that lower back area. I feel that when I'm front squatting, I can feel that lower back area still needs some more work. I can feel it when I'm pulling up that yellow band. I can feel that lower back area that still needs some work. So I don't want to use heavier bands and take a chance of hurting myself. So with this lighter band, with the dark gray, you're really able to get that form all the way down. Actually, even bend your knees a little bit more, and then coming back up and really work on accentuating that lower back area, because my lats can pull that dark gray band like no big problem. That thing is really easy to pull up. I can just sit here and just pull up with that thing, no big problem. But I want to work in that lower back area. So this is really good for that, getting up into the 50 rep, 60 rep range. Really fatigues that muscle, and it starts really getting, not hurting bad, but it really starts barking at you saying, oh, you think you've done enough, you need to stop. And I get a couple more, and then I stop. With the light gray, with the bent rows, supinated this time, because I'm doing those 1 day a week with light gray with the lights. Tomorrow or on Saturday I'll do pronated again. But man, I was really feeling that. I was really trying to just flex those lats as hard as you can and pulling that bar up as far as you can into your stomach, just bearing it into your stomach in the beginning. And then as it starts fatiguing, obviously it's going to start dropping down more and more. And then that's where you really want to flare those lats as hard as you can and just really work those lats hard. Then I did a negative chin up. I tried to get up as high as I could and just hold it and just do a negative chin up at the end and just drop down slow as I could. Biceps, man, those biceps, for me, they're coming along great. For other people I know that have the natural biceps that don't have to work at it, they just go like this and there's a big old lump there. That's just not me. So to actually see anything working and starting to show up is actually very encouraging. So working with those lighter bands, I'm able to just really keep the elbows back, keep the shoulders out of it, and just really work on the peak contraction all the way up. And I'm down here, I'm flexing those as hard as I could when I'm getting those quarter reps. And then I switched over today. I wanted to go obviously wide with the red band, and then I went with the shorter bar inside with that pink bit, with the purple band, just trying to finish more at the end. And whew, they're still even pumped now. So that's the best thing that I've done so far, is just doing that, just following the X3 program, drag curls, shoulders back, and just dragging that bar up. Don't go too high. You want to go right about 90 degrees, flex that as hard as you can, slowly lower it down, and then coming back up. Once you start getting to this lower range and you're totally fatigued, you could probably go all the way down if you want and really work that bottom range. But man, starting to show some results on me, so that's actually encouraging. Calves are like my biceps. They're really hard to actually make them grow. Really working double time on those. The light band, I'm getting higher up into the fatigue zone. I can actually get the full contraction all the way up, get the full range for a longer zone, and then it really starts fatiguing hard. And then I'm changing my foot position with that second set, trying to really work on that foot position after my calves are really fatigued, and then getting into a different position, and it's really accentuating on the calves at the end after you're totally burned out. So I could feel those big time. And I did a stretch over here afterwards on the blocks. There's a big stretch on each calf just to stretch them out. So that concludes today's long, boring, light band workout. I like them as a good opposite from heavy week, which is next week, and then back to the light week. So fatiguing is your main objective in this. Working on the endurance during the fatiguing is what I'm really wanting to work on. I can work on that here. I can go longer into the fatigue zone with the endurance, where with the heavier bands, you're not going really deep into the fatigue zone because your muscles are just giving out once you hit that fatigue zone. You've got like 3 or 4 good reps left and you're done. Here I can get 10, 12, 15, maybe even 20 good reps. Once I hit that really painful fatigue zone, I can still slowly push it out because it's a lighter band. So for me, I like it, it's working. I've been kind of bulking a little bit. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of doing this. So after week 53, I plan on starting to cut. I want to start cutting down. So I've been just indulging, not going crazy, but just eating a lot more, having breakfast in the morning, eating protein, eggs and stuff, and then having regular dinner, you know, and having anything I want basically, but not overboard. I'm not going too crazy. I'm just trying to bulk up right now, and I'm not putting on any weight. I'm just feeding myself whatever, getting ready to go into that restricting fasting phase in a couple weeks. In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna go into that fasting phase and see if I can drop about 10-15 pounds of this stuff. I want to see this stuff coming out, so stand by, that's coming up. So that's it, I got it done today. I'm gonna go live my life. I got things to go do. And I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, for push day, light workout. Long, boring sets again, but they're actually very good. So we'll see you tomorrow.